Hey guys, what's going on? So, here it is. You guys wanted it. It was in the poll. It polled tremendously high. It got more votes than the other two combined. So, I mean, we only have one choice but to go with this. Sorry for the wind. Here it is in all tip-top super shape. Look at it. Big marvel. 100%. Right, I got it out from my backyard and kind of cleaned it up so you can really actually see what it's about. This actually isn't on the boat. This is just, we're seeing how this fits on the boat. This is actually made for John boats. It's all nice and really, really pretty. Man, I wish I could take aluminum like that. It's dope. Got night lights. It's a pretty nice, generous spread of actual floodlights from the boat. And you can put this on any boat. Any boat you want that this will fit on, we actually sell these now. Check them out. Minus the old sock. This is about as clean as it's gonna get. We just got it. Now we gotta truly gut it, but there isn't a whole lot to gut. So the gut job should be done pretty quickly. And so this is the version 2 prototype. Very simplistic design. I love simplicity. I love manual things. This one's actually clamp on. If you're gonna buy the clamp on one, I would actually drill pilot holes into the transom where these can actually really seat in there and grab in there, because with motor vibration and everything, there's only so much you can do before, or you have to constantly start retightening these. But some people need a clamp-on version because these won't fit into their garage, and so we did make a clamp-on version. The other best way is to get the bolt-on ones that just bolt right onto the transom. And we've got a lot of requests for like the flip-over bracket that I kind of made for my prom prowler. We can do that too. We'll make an addition if you want to buy them as a combo. We'll also probably be doing some slight changes to these. This transom, it's got to go. It is old and worn out and depleted. Out it goes. So we'll have to do some things with that. I mean, a lot with these old style boats, they were always welded on the end caps. Some of them were smart enough to use like bolt-on end caps. Those are substantially easier to use in terms of regetting the transom, but we'll actually have to cut this off. That's a shame. We'll have to cut that right off and replace it, and then cut the transom out and replace it. And once we replace it, we'll be putting an aluminum transom in here. So just because that's just how you should do it. If you're gonna go through the process of replacing something you should kind of splurge on is the transom. We'll be showing you how to do that. We actually tried a Coosa bore transom in the other boat. Huge fail. Okay, so looking at this boat, it's not so bad. I mean, there's things that were done universally to cheap boats like this that are not gonna ever be great. That's why they're not done again like here today. But in terms of when it was built in comparison to some other ones like the Fisher Marine Tracker, like it's actually a lot better than that. Not a whole lot of tomfoolery. There's some basic cheapness, and there was this cheap foam that I guess they all put back in there, and I don't know if you can tell how dead that is. It's just like coming off. And that is all up in there. Probably the reason that there's so much corrosion. You can see that there's tons of corrosion in here. The corrosion is everywhere. It's all up the side. So we'll be spending a lot of time getting all that corrosion off, and then acid washing and primering this whole thing, and that will be a big mess. That'll be like a 2-man job. That required a lot of acid wash. Oh. And this one is a little bit more robust built. It's got extra pieces of aluminum on. I feel like this is like a super old 1980s version of what a roughneck John boat would have been before they made the roughneck John boats and the Grizzlies and all those lines. Boat seems pretty solid. There's just some random holes here and there that nobody knows why they're actually there, but that'll be easy to patch up. The rivets and everything other than that seem pretty, like I don't see a whole lot of busted rivets or pushed in rivets or sunken in. You know, you got to look for that sunken. The rivet, how you can tell a rivet's bad, it's sunk in, and you can tell it's been visibly like warped or pulling, and that's going to be a prone to leaking rivet. I don't see an inspection of the hull is actually pretty good. Everything else inside the hull is terrible, but it's also been like a living junkyard. Ooh, look how thick that is. That's like 3/16 inch thick. That's so thick. And then there's turf in here. That's legit. Original 1980s hydro turf. Not the EVA foam, but the actual turf. There's some nonsense going on in here, ladies and gentlemen. Like the bulk majority of it in a week. If I got to finish off a little bit, like we'll probably paint it OD green like this. We'll rattle can it. We'll show you about how we're going to do that. How we're going to prep the hull to rattle can it OD green. This will just be a very basic bare bones. Or we might actually paint it black too. I don't know. What do you want? OD green or black? All-Tune project did actually have headway. We got rid of that gnarly trailer. This is just an update because I can't really do much else with it until an update. We got these gator back bunks on here. They look freaking awesome. These light up. I resin coated these studs. You had to attach, they have a different kit here. We're going to be going all over the whole kit, and this is only part of it, but making these studs and making these brackets and converting that once boat trailerish thing into an actual pontoon trailer. I have a video on that too. My stupid file corrupted and I lost a lot of footage, but I still have enough to kind of show you exactly like how I did this whole thing. But this is tremendously better if you're watching what the Multitude project is. The reason I had to stop this one is just really it's getting stuff in. So we're in our busy season, and because of all of you guys who've had significant prolific growth, I want to thank all of you so much. For anybody who's gone to our store and bought our kits or bought our latches or bought a motor from us or anything that's marine related, thank you so much. Truly can't wait to get started on this John boat, but like I have to wait for parts to come in. I have framing and some other stuff, but to make this kit usable for the general public, I have to wait. I could just make my own hatches, like we can weld pretty much anything, but that's not going to be very useful to the person who's just trying to put a boat together that's nice, that can't do those things. And so we're going to wait for the specific hatches that we're using for this kit. There's a huge back order list for hatches, and that includes me. I don't get any special treatment or preference over any of you guys, so when I order stuff, it takes just as long to get it. So, well, there goes that. So there's a million other things that we got going on right now. So let's just show you what we're going to do until these hatches show up for this boat. So while we're waiting for boat parts, we made this thing. Okay. So this is a fold-over chassis for anchors. The tubes are over there, and this goes right here. And while it's here, this will flip. Ooh, that okay, I welded that bar perfect. So we're gonna have a little grab thing to where this bar can secure against this during travel, and the anchors themselves will just drip right down here, crossed here. But what's really cool is the actuating system that I'm making for this. That will actually make this tremendously better. It is really only gonna work good for kayaks. It's meant for kayaks because you can only just sit right there and stand right there. You got 2 whole feet of movable space, and because of that, you need things. You guys know how I feel about kayaks. Hey guys, so for the kit, we're trying to stay under $2,000, like right at or under $2,000. That is the budget ceiling. We are really just trying to stay right in there, and everything we throw in there that is raw materials into the boat. We may put bolt-on mods or external mods and add things to the boat, but that's not. I mean, those things can be taken on and off at any time. And we're going to show you how to do it with aluminum because we have sheets that come for the kit. If you get like the full kit, or if you get part of the kit, just lids only, we show you how to do it with wood decks. If you want to put wood decks in and flush mount those hatches in there and still put turf, like EVA foam decking over the top, we show you how to do that. We've actually done that with the StarCraft build. We have a StarCraft kind of Weekend Warrior kit build. That one went a little over budget, but the process of doing it is just the same. So either way, we are definitely going to be using EVA foam for the project. We're going to be using our house brand HydroTurf. This is our TB Nation original color. This is only exclusive to us, and it's, in my opinion, the best color HydroTurf has ever made. Why you would want to use anything else, I guess it's personal preference, but I personally want this color. I'm going to try and also get this boat done in like a week. It's supposed to be simple and cheap, as cheap as it gets, and simple and not complicated. I was able to get that StarCraft done in almost a week when I really tried. It actually was like 2 weeks and some change because the rigging, how I rigged it was not. But everything else, we're gonna try and make this solid. 100%, we're gonna try and breeze through this because why not?